Okay, so can you guys give a little introduction of who you are, what city you're from, and what you guys do for work?
My name is Brandon Lau. This is Chezy. She's my wife. I work remote as a IT help desk, and I've kind of just been transitioning a lot lately between different industries. Go ahead.
And I currently work right now as a an analyst in the healthcare IT industry.
Okay, and how did you guys like find out about like me, and like what gave you guys the confidence to start working with me rather than like someone else?
I think we saw one of your videos, like a day in the life,
Oh,
of an Amazon seller. And then I think we also saw like a couple of your testimonial videos as well. And we like the mentorship part of it. So
yeah, I'm a little embarrassed about those day in life.
I think it's great. We actually enjoy watching it. So if you got more episodes, send them.
Was there anything like that stood out that was different about like me in the videos or something?
Personally, I think it was the way you present yourself in the videos. It were very like compared to other like people on the like YouTube channels and all that in social medias, and like they don't seem approachable, as opposed to you seem like you're like down to earth. You understand you've gone through all the leaps and bounds of starting it up yourself, and we saw that as like, hey, that's us at some point. That could be us at some point. And we were just like, yeah, I think we could trust him doing it, teaching us things and showing us the ropes, because your experience, like you said, is like golden, and we saw the value in that, which is why we decided to go with you in terms of your program, and we find so much benefits from it so far. So
thank you. Yeah, like that's something that I've come across right when I was starting, is that like everyone's tries to position themselves like, oh, they're the absolute expert in this and stuff, right? But I'm like doing this every day, so I'm always coming up with problems and stuff, and then I have to think, like what's the solution to this, so I'm still working on the business every day, and I still see like things that I could be learning and things that like I've gone through that like I could give you my experience and solutions too. How is the learning curve for you guys to learn this business?
I think we started with like almost zero knowledge, but right now it's a lot of an eye opener experience for us. Like, we know so much more now, right? And we're still learning a lot every day.
Yeah, I think personally, and we know no experience, like she said before. So we come at this like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? And then, you kind of give us the guidelines to follow. And it feels like with those guidelines, we kind of are a lot more, we are a lot more confident in now. And when we look at products and we're just like, okay, this might be it seems like a very plausible product to go with. And those maybe you may not. And honestly, it's been very helpful because now we're actually making sales. So,
and what was like the biggest challenge like before that you guys might have thought about before working with me? And was I able to help you with any of those challenges or like questions and things that you had before?
I think for me, it's like finding profitable products. You showed us like different methods, which is great. We're not just we just don't have one method, but like there's multiple ways of finding those products. And I think the ungating process too, you kind of like guided us on what we needed to do when it comes to that one. So
yeah. And honestly, it has been nonstop bombarding you with questions like, hey, Stephen, what was this? What does this mean? What does this email mean? And you've been like transparent with all of it, and even helped us with a couple of like issues that we had with some of our shipments and inventory as well. And I can't thank you enough for that.
No, thank you. Was there any like specific moment during the coaching program where it all clicked for you, where you got the hang of it? Are you guys still going through that right now?
Oh no, I think we're pretty confident now to look at a product and kind of identify what works and what won't work. A specific moment per se would be we were looking at tools and stuff, and we noticed that certain products were selling quite well, and in fact were making quite good on profit, and we were actually able to even find some great deals as well, which is the greatest part. We were able to make more profit off of that. And it happened more than once. And so honestly speaking, like that's been kind of great so far.
Was it the strategies that I taught you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Finding ways to manufacture discounts and all that good stuff, and it just multiplied the profits.
Was the curriculum pretty straightforward so far?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And I think and like you said in one of our calls before, like you're open if we needed more time to go over like product research and that kind of stuff. I think you're really flexible when it comes to that.
Perfect. And based on what you know so far versus like what you knew when you first started, would it be safe to say like it was worth investing having me as a mentor?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it is the best choice we've made so far. Personally speaking, the mere fact that not only are we learning from you, but now we've built a relationship on top of that. And knowing that in the impossible near future, you're evolving your business and we can work together at some point. And we find that value, you can't compare to it. You really can't.
Yeah, that's my goal of this whole program, is like making sure I'm building good relationships with people I want to work with long term. Like I've been through a lot of those courses and stuff, and it feels like you're just left hanging after you learn the information, right? But like I do want to work with people long term and provide additional solutions and services as well. And I'm gonna get coffee soon anyway, so we'll talk some more. If someone was interested in starting but they're like on the fence, right, what would you tell them about like working with me?
I think you're pretty realistic with the expectations. When it comes to this business, you weren't like saying, hey, you're gonna make $1 million right away, right? Like we know we had to put in the work. It's not just like a passive income, that we still have to actively work on these things. And yeah, I think it's that one-to-one coaching that we're always able to reach out to you, because we did encounter like Brandon mentioned about like some shipment issues, and you were just easy to reach out to.
What advice would you have for people who haven't sold any items yet?
Honestly,
Be persistent.
be persistent.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, and take your courses. And yeah, honestly speaking, persistence is key, and knowing how to identify if it works or will not work is also critical, which you basically taught very well in these courses. So I mean, again, take the class.
Thank you. Speaking of your first sale, how was that feeling like for you guys?
It was a doozy. I don't want to overdo with the details, but we had some complications with our delivery. But overall, it was a bittersweet moment, because we had to wait, and it was like the waiting process. Like, is it sold? Is it not sold? And then when we actually saw the numbers and we got that one email from Amazon, it's like, hey, your item has been fulfilled. We are delivering it to the customer, and we were just like, yes, we needed this. And that was like the first like wave of motivation we needed to continue just kind of going through with it. And it was just like, yeah, this is gonna work for us.
And I think even like over this weekend, so that we had like a few days that we didn't have a sale, but then this weekend I was like, I opened the seller's app on my phone. I was like, hey, it's not zero, it's like there's a number there. And then in the afternoon we had another sale. I was like, yo, this is like what's really motivating us. Like, yeah, because we didn't have a lot of product before, so we kept sending it, and all of a sudden we're getting sales. So that is actually motivating us to keep moving forward with this.
Mm-hmm. And even though like this business isn't 100% passive, do you see how you can scale this up to where it could be a semi-passive at a certain point? Because you are getting sales while you're doing other stuff, right?
Absolutely. I think with what's been what we've learned over this courses that we've taken, we see the potential to scale, and that is critical here. Obviously, we just kind of started, so we are learning. We want to get familiar with the ropes. So when it comes down to scaling and we're ready to do that part, we already know what to look out for, what to set up, and how to set it up. And once we have that all that infrastructure set in place, it really is, the sky's the limit.
What would you say was your favorite part about the coaching program?
Oh, personally, it's like reviewing the products. It's so much fun. We go through so many products and we're like, okay, this looks like it works, and then we branch off and go, oh, I didn't know that was going well too, and then we start like it gets out of control sometimes, and we go through so much products. That's personally my favorite part of it, and I mean, I'm not sure how you feel, but
just discovering new products out there that we didn't know existed.
oh yes,
Right?
yeah. And actually, I'm actually buying some of the products that we found to use. So
Yeah, like I think I told you in the beginning, we'll be looking through hundreds or thousands of products, right? Okay, I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you guys so much. Okay, let me stop recording.